Good morning all. Firstly, I just wanted to let you know that we have created a COVID-19 hub on the BFM website. What we're trying to do is make sure we cover all questions really on there, so all government guidelines, anything connected really with COVID-19, we're trying to make sure we get posted on there. So if you haven't, please take a look, use it. For those that have been on there, thank you for any feedback, and we're encouraging any feedback, any updates that you can. Primarily, I suppose, because at this stage, we do have a line of communication to government, so anything we can do to help industry during this time, we want to be doing so. Let us know what's going on. Our primary line is through the Department for Business of Energy and Industrial Strategy, or BIS. I'm sure most of you are aware with BIS, and they're running this through a panel of industry, primarily trade associations, and I was in a conference call on this panel yesterday, and the panel covers off a pretty wide range of industries, so domestic appliances, fashion and textiles, footwear, sports and leisure, toys, jewellery, giftware, as well as furniture. So just to give you an update on the call yesterday, firstly, the coronavirus job retention scheme. We obviously campaign hard, along with lots of other industries, really, to get some step by government in terms of what do we do about paying wages. And we welcome the job retention scheme. I think it's a good move, very positive, and big numbers already, which I think will be a big help. Having said that, we appreciate that most factories in our industry are now closed, most have furloughed workers. There was a long discussion about the workings and the process of furlough. I think it's fair to say that some of the detail is still unclear. We're pushing to get legislation written on that, because until legislation is written, there's still a lot of interpretation going on. But if you do have any specific questions, please let us know. Things are unravelling day by day, really, on the detail of that, so keep us up to date with your questions. But in terms of the scheme and where we're at, the priority issue, which I, with others on the panel, are pushing, is when are we going to get companies paid furlough money? Obviously, at this stage, companies are standing the cost of wages. We've estimated that in our industry, which is furniture and furnishings, so this is through BFC, we think about 100,000 people in the industry have been laid off already. That all happened really during the course of last week. So clearly we're pushing government hard, and so we've got a lot of people, and companies are going to run out of cash. The feedback we're getting from BIS on this is that the government fully understands the issue. We've been feeding this into them for the last week. They're saying that their departments are working 24/7 to get this up and running. But they have stressed that it's a huge, unprecedented change. The amount of work that's needed to get this running is colossal. They're doing the very best they can. And yesterday, they're still saying that it should be up and running by the end of the month. Haven't got a firmer commitment than that at the moment. The second issue that was key really yesterday is where are we at on the coronavirus business interruption loan scheme, CBILS. And again, like the job retention scheme, we do support this initiative from the government. It's a good initiative. It's clear that it isn't working well yet, and I have had a lot of feedback from members, so again, thank you for that. And I think the key issues really are that the banks don't seem to be as happy to issue these loans as the government expected. And in particular, there have been quite a lot of issues raised around banks asking for personal guarantees against loans. And these issues have already been raised with government. BIS have said that they've now fed back these issues to the Chancellor, and the Chancellor has written to banks stating that they should not be asking for personal guarantees, and that lenders are not allowed to take personal guarantees of people's homes under the scheme. Now, interestingly, on this issue, last night in the press briefing, from Mr. Sharma. The statement he made was the Chancellor, together with the Bank of England and the FCA, wrote to the chief executives of the UK banks to urge them to make sure that the benefits of the loan scheme are passed through to consumers and businesses. It would be completely unacceptable if any banks were unfairly refusing funds to good businesses in financial difficulty. Just as the taxpayer stepped up to help out the banks in 2008, we will work with the banks to do everything they can to repay that favour and support the businesses and people of the United Kingdom in their time of need. So a very clear statement from government on that. However, they did follow with, of course, this is a brand new scheme, and as with all new schemes, it will not be perfect from the outset. They did say, we're listening all the time, and in response to your concerns, we've heard from businesses, we're looking at ways in which we can ensure they get the support they need. The Chancellor will be saying more on this in the coming days, so there is something more to come on that. Don't know what that is yet. I suppose the big issue that hasn't happened that we're campaigning for now is the business rates relief. As you know, we've written directly to the Chancellor of the Exchequer, requesting that furniture manufacturing businesses are afforded the same benefit given to retail, leisure and hospitality. In the meeting yesterday, BIS confirmed that the Treasury were aware of the issues and that they've received a number of requests through MPs. I've already suggested to all members that they write directly to their own MPs. We do have a template letter on that. We'd encourage you to use that letter. It gives a consistency to the message. If you'd like a copy of that letter, let me know and I'll get it emailed through to you. We will, by close of play today, get that posted on the website. On the all-party parliamentary group, Mike Wood MP, who is the chairman, has raised the issue of business rates with ministers in recent discussions he's had, and we plan to speak to his office and find out what response he got. Finally for today, big issue obviously has been coming through from all of you. This is late payment from retailers. I appreciate your comments on this. It all helps the case. I did raise this in the meeting with Biz yesterday, but really only on the basis of please understand that late payment of retailers is really messing up people's cash flow forecasts. And obviously it makes the time before they run out of cash shorter if they can't get paid for goods they've delivered. So I'll raise the point. I'm not quite sure at this stage what we are asking government to do about this. So I'm open to any ideas. Please feed those ideas into me. So that's really a quick update from yesterday. If I can be of any more help, do let me know. Signing off for now.